3x5 cards, with pens, and pass that around. You write the question on the card. Now we're going to stand up and stutter. And we'll do the best to answer the questions. If you have any questions for these elected officials or those who run for office, write the question on the card and we will answer the question. So, if you have a question, raise your hand and I'll bring your card to write on. So, I don't see any hands, that means everybody's happy, right? Anybody have a question for these representatives? I wasn't out there, I'm going to tell you when we speak, and that's going to be it. So, does anybody have any questions they want to write down for these representatives? If you have questions, my wife should be a card to write it down. The people who have been sitting up here, you write on the 3x5 card, and the wife does get her hand up. If you write it on the card, the question, you're going to try to answer the question here. That's how I'm going to write it, okay? So, because of the echo in here, it's hard to communicate, so write the question on the card, and I'll give it to the right person here, and you're going to try to answer the question. It's not a test quiz, so don't ask a hard one. Like, don't do it like a 2+2 thing, because they might give you a 5. You know what I mean? So, to start with, thank you very much for coming. If you want a card, raise your right hand.
This paper doesn't count because
No. The paper, just leave it on the table. That's just information I'm going to explain. Okay? So the card, the wife has the card in the back if somebody wants a question in the card. And before I introduce anybody, I'm going to give you the 5-minute spiel of the Postal Service. Very important that people attend the public hearing at the Grinnell Post Office this Wednesday. If you want to keep the post office open. I did a little fact sheet that passed around, gives you an idea of what's happening. So if you want to keep your post office open, you have questions from Sue Mills, who's the operations manager for the area. You'll show up at the meeting Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and not for the post office. Now I'm gonna cheat sheet here someplace, and I want to introduce people in the crowd here that made the special trip up just to support this thing. I'm going to start with the lady that traveled the furthest. Paula Buckley is running for the state auditor. And Paula, if you want to stand up and wave, she came all the way up from Chicago somewhere. So she's running for the state auditor. And then a good friend of mine who's running for District 5 in Presque Isle is Bob Saucier. Bob? And then we have our Worcester County Chair Lady, Shelley Mountain, came from Presque Isle.
I know that you have really good representatives up here, but the rest of Aroostook County is underrepresented. If you can do anything to help us get Democrats elected in other areas of Aroostook, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
And then I've got Linda Daigle, who's the co-chair for the Madawaska office. Where's Linda?
They helped us in
many people that we elected in the last caucus. And they elected me as a chair for the Democrats of Grand Isle. Claudette Monet, who's sifting the sauce in the kitchen. She's the treasurer. Marie-Hélène Serrois, she's sitting here somewhere. She's the secretary. And we have Rose Cote, who's sitting in the door, and she's the vice chair. So this dinner was all their fault. So if you didn't like the food, blame them. If you liked it, blame me. And of course our cook in the kitchen, Irene. So, and I'm gonna one more to introduce before I ask Board of Selectmen Chairman to introduce our elected officials. Gail Maynard, sitting at my far left, your right. Gail is running for District 3, which is Maine, Huron South. Now I'm going to introduce the Chairman of the Board, Bob Dunbar, will introduce our two elected officials here, and of course, our man that came from downstate to represent President Obama. You want to get the mic, or you want this?
I'd like to start off with Senator Troy Jackson, please. Representative Ken Terrio. And Tony McGrath, who is the Obama State Chair. I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you very much.
Okay, we try to keep this as quick and condensed as we can, so the weary seat doesn't get tired. But we have a few questions, and what I'll do is since Toby is the first travel,